At the beginning of the year, I don't know if you guys remember, but I started doing like a health journey. And then I have made a deal with myself that I will exercise every day. My whole goals were to move my body more, drink more water, stay off my phone as much, and to eat well. I want to talk about how things have been going and how they haven't been going and just all of that, because you know what? I have had a year of immense growth. I feel like this year has really been a big one for me. Exercise was the hardest part of that for me. Like it was the one I feel like I just was not or could not stick to compared to all the rest. So eating healthy, I started eating a lot better. I have this thing where something happened to me in the last few years where it is impossible for me to care about what I look like. And with that has come a level of acceptance, which I feel like is good, because I am not motivated by outward appearances. That doesn't mean anything to me. Whereas before, I feel like when I was younger, that's like a huge motivating factor. Like I wanted to look good, I wanted to be thin, I wanted to have all these different like goals that were all sort of outward focused. Like I wanted to look a certain way, present a certain way so that people would think I looked good. I did my makeup because I liked what other people had to say. I can't care now, and I love that. It is such a good feeling. But the thing is with not caring about what you look like, while it is a blessing and I would ultimately prefer this to caring, it has made me kind of take a back seat to maybe eating a little bit better or moving my body more, because I wasn't focused on the right thing. I used to eat a lot more restrictive. If I really needed something sugary, I would go for a fat-free, like sugar-free fudgesicle. Mustard is one thing that I did allow myself because it's low in sodium and it's low in calories. And I really don't like to restrict. I just don't like to do it. But what I do notice is that the more I move my body, the more I'm out and about, the more I take care of my health and focus on moving and just being active, the better I feel. And that translates to everything else. I cut out gluten and eggs. Weird two things to cut out, I know. Especially with having 17 chickens, that's not been easy. And I noticed a lot of times after I eat eggs, my head would flare up. And I noticed the flare-ups after sugar, eggs, and gluten. I am still getting cluster headaches, but I'm getting like a really bad day or two a week versus like 4 a week, you know? So it has seemed to improve. I'm not 100% sure if it has or not, but you know what? We're just gonna take it with what we can get. I haven't eaten sugar, like blatant sugar, other than like fruit here and there, since January for sugar. And then for me, as far as gluten and stuff like that, I think it's been like the last 4 or so months. And I do feel better in that regard. So the food stuff, going well. Definitely drinking more water, and that's huge for me. If you guys know, I am not the one. I never feel thirst ever, but I have started drinking LMNT electrolyte packs. Those help me so much. Like I can literally feel it like absorbing into my cells and I feel better. Absolutely cannot recommend them enough. Electrolytes are the way. I love them so much, and they have helped me to feel thirst. So those I freaking love, and I have been drinking way more fluids because of it, and that does make me ultimately feel so much better. When I'm dehydrated, I start to get like heart palpitations and all that kind of stuff, and then when that happens, I start getting anxious, and then it rolls on from there. So eating better, drinking water, those are good. Have I been staying off my phone? I'm not nearly scrolling social media as long and as much as I once was, but I certainly am consuming more true crime content than I ever should. Not good for me. Every time I would do my check-in, and every time I would talk to you guys about how the challenge was going, I would always say, have I exercised? No. And the reason why, it's the last thing on my mind most days. Enter train well. And this is something that has helped me to move my body more than I have in years. I move my body a lot. Like I get out and I work in the garden. I'm always digging in the compost. I'm always outside working in the yard. I'm a very active person, but I am not somebody to intentionally exercise. It's just not something that I think about. But with Trainwell, I really have so much more. So if you've never heard of them before, I'd like to thank them for sponsoring today's video. It is a service that has helped me to push past the barrier of myself when it comes to exercise. You may have heard of Trainwell as Copilot. That was previously their name. So you have an onboarding video call with a trainer. That trainer is going to ask all the different questions that they have. They need to know kind of what you're looking for. What are your reasons that you want to move your body more? What equipment do you have? What are you looking for the amount of days per week? And how often do you want to exercise? And what kind of is your fitness level? Do you have any injuries that would prevent you from doing things? And then they custom tailor workouts for you. And it's essentially having an online personal trainer. So for me, I mentioned to her, I was like, you know what? I don't really care about how I look. This isn't about weight loss for me. This isn't about any of that. This is about moving my body so that my body is healthier and that I can feel better, helps my mental health, taking time for myself, and being able to just stay more active, because I am not somebody to carve out that time for myself. I'm not somebody without reminder to go exercise. I try to get outside as much as possible, but it's never like exercise. It's never like blatant exercise, I would say, which I feel like I need. It's more like scooping compost into the garden or like running around with my kid, but nothing like crazy.
I always want this, every client I work with, I always want them to like focus on something that fits, focus on something that's flexible for your needs, but also like I want you to see results. So like, I want you to feel like it's something you enjoy doing. So
I don't really care what I look like. I just want to feel better. Looking better is a bonus, but it's not my number one priority. That's like the last priority. I don't care. But I want to just be healthier.
Yeah. And I think that's the most impactful focus. I always tell my clients, if you're doing things where you're just focusing on your health overall and you're moving and you're feeling stronger, weight loss is going to follow suit. Like, we don't have to track that. We don't have to be crazy about that.
And it's so nice because the app will send you little reminders throughout the day, like, hey, you want to get your workout in, and your trainer will check in with you through the app and message you and ask questions. And they'll ask you at the end of each workout, like, how did you find today's workout? Was it either too easy? Was it too hard? Was it just right? Any feedback that you have for different workouts, and then they will tailor that to you, whether you want to work out at home, whether you have equipment, whether you don't have equipment, and then they can custom tailor those workouts to you for what you have. And that is so nice because I just wanted to work out at home, just be able to open the app and be able to do it without having any equipment. And it's been so nice for that. But if you do want to work out in the gym, they can tailor those to you as well. And then I also saw that you can connect the app to your like watch. So if you have like a smart watch or Apple Watch or whatever, you can connect it in there and it shows you visually what the workout is, what it looks like, how to do the move, and then like works you through it. So it'll be like, do 6 reps of squats, and you can see it on the screen, and it shows you the correct form and everything like that. So if you're kind of new to working out like I am, it's very useful. Since everything is planned out for you, you never really have to think about it. You just know that you open the app and it's right there, your workout. You just click workout, you finish it. It's like, I told her, like, I don't have a ton of time, okay? I've got a 3-year-old. I need to make this quick, but have it be effective. So I'm working out in like 20 minutes, and that's plenty. That feels like a good amount. I feel like I get a good amount of soreness and workout in without it taking up too much time. I know some people are in the gym for like 2 hours. That ain't me. If that's you, that's great. And you will let your trainer know that, and then they will customize and tailor that workout for you. And I love the lack of pressure. I love that if you need to like push a workout, that's one thing that's really helpful for me, is if I need to push a workout because I just can't get to it today, I've been in the garden for too long, I'm out and about, I completely forgot, or I'm just like, hey, I'm not really feeling it today. You just push the workout, you message your trainer, you let them know, or you can say in there like, move workout ahead one day if you want to just do it tomorrow instead. And there's no pressure. They don't make you feel guilty. It's not like, hey, where are you? You missed your workout. Like, they treat you like a human being, and it's so nice because you don't have to feel like guilty. I don't like that feeling. I don't want to feel like afraid to log into the app because I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna be mad at me. Like, they're not. They're there to help you, and they're there to help you push past the hurdles that you might have. And for me, that's remembering and wanting to do it. And so they'll ask you like, okay, do you have 15 minutes to do it? Do you have 10 minutes? Like, what kind of workout do you want to do? What's going to fit into your life? Because this is about you and what will work for you. And so I will do it if I can, just like try to remember. I'll do it in my living room straight in the morning when I'm looking haggard as hell. And you know what? That's fine. It doesn't matter. It's just like whatever you can get done when you can get it done. And for me, I like to do it in the morning at most. It's a beautiful day and I exercise in the grass, and I try to just get the movement in where I can. And it's nice to have that accountability of the personal trainer to check in with you. You can talk to her. My trainer's name is Leslie, and she's so very kind and so understanding and really helpful in getting those little reminders like, hey, it's sitting here if you're ready to exercise, like you can do this. And it's just comforting to have that sort of accountability. And if you do have an Apple Watch, I saw this in somebody else's video where they were using Trainwell. They had an Apple Watch, and it was so cool because they could see the movements on their watch right there, but also with the motion tracking that's in the watch, your trainer can see like how things are working out for you, and they can see that with the technology that's in the app. You can message your personal trainer in the app, like you can either text them, you can video, or you can use images, things like that. And if you need some extra support, or if you have some questions, or you just need somebody, you can schedule a video call and and you guys can chat via video call and go over any issues that you're having or any questions that you might have. Just moving in any way is great. Like I said, I'm always in the garden, I'm always outside, I'm always doing things, but this is the one part that has been the most difficult for me because it's just making the time and sticking with it. And so I feel like I needed something like this. I needed somebody to keep me accountable. And that was sort of the missing link for me. So if you guys are interested in checking out Train Well, formerly Copilot, I'm going to have the link down in the description of this video, and you guys can get 14 days free of your own personal trainer. And it's been very helpful to keep me going on this. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I'm not going to say I don't frequently move it forward a day because I'm just not feeling it. But that's life, man. Like it is what it is. Like we are here to get what we need when we need it. And for me, that's just what works best for me. And you know what? You can use it as often or as infrequently as you want. If you only want to do 2 days a week, then you only do 2 days a week. If you want to do 6, you do 6. It's about what works for you, and they will tailor that for you to make sure that it fits with what you need out of the app. If you have a trainer that doesn't fit with you as well, like if you're just like, I'm not really feeling it, you can switch anytime in the app. You can switch your personal trainer anytime. So that's how that's been going for me. Like I said, I am trying to make the best choices possible with eating gluten-free. It is not that hard at the end of the day, but I find that the convenient foods that are quick grabs are all really gluten-y. Like toast in the morning, like there is gluten-free bread. Have you had it? It's not that good. There's a Be Free brand that I don't hate so much, but and as far as having chickens that give us 17 eggs a day and not eating eggs, that's not easy. That's also a breakfast item. Breakfasts are my hardest meal of the day. Like this morning I ate a gluten-free Trader Joe's waffle with peanut butter on it. So it's not that great, but it is something. It fills the void. So if you guys have any breakfast recommendations, that would be great because I am struggling with breakfast specifically. Like lunches, easy because you can have like some rice. Like yesterday, I had a salad with tzatziki, some meatballs, and some rice. That's all I had. I had like some chicken wings with carrots and celery. I was eating Banza pasta. I was eating a ton of Banza pasta. And then I literally saw a TikTok like 2 days ago that was talking about how an independent lab like tested Banza pasta, and it was the highest glyphosate that they've ever found in any food ever. Glyphosate is Roundup. So great. Literally great. I ate beans the other day that my husband made with rice. I'm kind of like really rice-ish right now. Also, a lot of Mexican food. Corn tortillas are a thing, and I love them. I don't think I've lost any weight since the beginning of the year, but again, that was never the goal.
Lost nothing. Gained nothing.
The goal was feeling better. And do I feel better? I do. However, I think we need to talk about Pmdd. That's another reason that I want to move my body and why Train Well has been so helpful, because I need to feel better up here by any means necessary. I don't know if you guys saw in a recent video, I talked about how I am tapering down off of my antidepressant. I'm still taking it. I cannot not take it, and I'll tell you why. So I made that video, and it was like a get unready with me. If you guys haven't seen that, well, you missed out, okay? Because in that video, I'm talking about how I tapered off of my antidepressant, and it was so bad. Unfortunately, I tapered off right at my highest PMDD time. If you don't know what that is, PMDD is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Baby, when I tell you, it was so bad. I have not been that low mentally in such a long time, and I forgot how much my SSRIs were keeping my PMDD at bay. So we're taking them again. 5 milligrams is what I'm at right now, and that's totally fine. I will stay at 5 milligrams. I'm happy with that. That's fine. If I need more, I need more. I need to find other things that can help. And actually, I was talking to my therapist, and she said that exercise can be very helpful for PMDD. So that's yet another reason why I am getting my movement on, because I have to. I just have to. I'm at that point in my life where I can no longer have 2 weeks out of every month be that bad. Like, it's that final week right before my cycle starts when I tell you, psychotic. I am unwell. I'm a rage-filled monster, and I will do anything I can to help that. If that means staying on my meds, so be it. If that means increasing my exercise significantly, so be it. I found it does really help. Like when it was a nice day outside, it's beautiful outside right now. I'm sitting right next to the window. And when it was really nice outside, that was during my really bad PMDD time that you guys can see of me exercising here outside. I needed this moment so badly because I was so unwell. I cannot even begin to describe to you. I'm smiling right now because I'm not in that bad time of the month. Oh my God. It has gotten just so out of hand. And so I am going to do anything I can to help that. I'm taking supplements. I'm taking probiotics for my gut health. I'm trying to do so many different things to help my PMDD because it is brutal. I cannot even describe to you how brutal. Like the exhaustion that I feel during that week before my cycle starts, it's like newborn exhaustion. I felt like I haven't been that tired in a long time. I just was like fading. I didn't even feel safe to drive heavy machinery. As if I'm driving tractors around. I don't, it was wild. If you deal with PMDD, you'll know. It's absolutely terrible. So that was another reason why I gotta get moving. And Trainwell has really been at least one area where I'm able to say that I have actually started moving more. Not every single day, but a lot more. So have I lost any weight? I'll stand up. I'll show you guys what the bod looks like. Again, that's not at all my goal or care. I don't care what I look like, but I do care how I feel. And I have been feeling a lot better, but I definitely need to keep up on it. I don't want to let it fall to the wayside. I don't want to get complacent. In fact, the older I get, the more I need to move because I'm getting creaky. I'm wearing my Mild Child merch. It's Jamie French. Have you guys seen these? I absolutely love this shirt. I've probably worn it to death already. It's like dirty because I have been wearing it for like a week. It's so cozy. I love it so much. And it's a mild child. Are you kidding? I ain't no wild child. I'm a mild child. So I'm a pretty straight down lady, but I'm an apron belly girl. Like I just am. After having my kiddo, I'm not taking these pants down. Okay. I'm not going to show you this. I guess we'll see over time how that fares. I want to get healthy, especially for my son. You know, I want to. Yeah, they're really binking around.
They are. They're really just getting close.
They're just flying. They're not like doing anything.
Birds? They're just flying. Imagine that.
He came in and started harassing me. Anyway, I think what I was saying was I want to be healthy for my son too. Like I'm freaking bending down. You know. She's not at peak fitness. So that is the update. That is how the challenge is going. Is it going well? No. Yeah. Do I still feel like I'm doing a challenge? Not really. I think I was too invested in it in the beginning. I was too like worried about every bite of food that went into my mouth. I don't like to be that diligent. I'm more of like a live and let live, like live on vibes, eat pizza sometimes, move your body, but don't be hard on yourself. I'm trying not to be hard on myself because I am naturally very hard on myself and I just don't want to live like that anymore. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it and I don't want to be that person, but I do want to have some accountability and still care, but for the right reasons. So that's what I'm trying to do. And thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget, if you guys are interested in checking out Trainwell, formerly Copilot, who has been so helpful for me in moving my body much, much more and getting that exercise in and just feeling overall supported as far as being reminded and having that level of support that's like non-judgmental and non-pushy, but is there just as an encouragement. Like I said, I'm gonna have the link down in the description of this video and you guys can get your first 14 days free with a personal trainer for signing up through my link. I thank you so much to Trainwell for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you at my next video. Bye.